on a cold and crisp Monday afternoon here at Mustang Stadium. We are set for another busy week for Westbury Athletics, and we are kicking it off with Westbury Boys Soccer in a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup against the Northern Polar Bears here at Mustang Stadium. Hello everyone watching on the Westbury Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Westbury Athletics, here for what should be an interesting matchup in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Westbury versus Northern. The Mustangs come into this game with a 3-game losing streak. After starting 2-1 for the first 3 games, the Mustangs have lost 3 in a row. They are now 2-4 overall, 1-3 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. A 1 win coming against the Boiling Springs Bubblers here at home. The Mustangs are coming up a third straight loss, a tough one once again for the Mustangs. It wasn't in overtime, but the Mustangs falling at Shippensburg this past Thursday by a score of 2-1. For the Polar Bears, they come to this game with a record of 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. They are 3-1 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. That 1 loss in the division for the Polar Bears was in their last game, as the Polar Bears was on the road at Greencastle Antrim, and the Blue Devils beat the Polar Bears by a score of 4-0 this past Thursday night. And we're not even halfway through the regular season for both of these teams, and already this is the second time that both these teams are facing each other. Back on September 2nd, just a couple of weeks ago, the Polar Bears won at their home field against the Mustangs by a score of 3-0. Westbury, a little bit of a roller coaster of a season, 3-game losing streak. We rarely hear that under the direction of head coach Jared Wabley. The Mustangs have only scored 6 goals through 6 games so far, averaging 1 goal a game. And they have been outscored 6-8, getting 6 goals on the Mustangs and letting go 8, which is why they are 2-4 so far through 6 games. For the Polar Bears, this is the first of 3 straight road games for the Polar Bears. And the loss against Greencastle Antrim this past Thursday snapped a 4-game winning streak for the Polar Bears. They were 0-2-1, or excuse me, 0-1-1 at the start of the season before winning 4 straight, and then they stopped that winning streak against the Blue Devils this past Thursday. For Westbury and the Polar Bears, a little bit of a good sign for Westbury here tonight is that each of the last 2 seasons result in a split between 2 games for Westbury and Northern, each team playing once in each of the last 2 seasons against each other. So that is good news for the Mustangs here tonight, looking to avoid being here at home against the Polar Bears after losing Northern at Dillsburg just a couple of weeks ago. We are 95 seconds away from getting things started here at Mustang Stadium. I'm gonna be getting the starting lineups up here in just a moment, and we'll get things rolling here at Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs taking on the Polar Bears. Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup here at Mustang Stadium in boys soccer. We'll be back in just a little bit for the starting lineups and get things rolling for Mid-Penn Colonial Division boys soccer. We'll be right back in just 1 minute. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mustang Stadium here on the campus of West Prairie High School for tonight's Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division matchup between the visiting Northern Polar Bears and your West Prairie Mustangs. Let's meet the teams. First for the visiting Polar Bears. Wearing number 0, Dan Kessinger. Wearing number 7, Andrew Green. Wearing number 9, Austin Horn. Wearing number 11, Tanner Wells. Wearing number 12, Connor Engel. Wearing number 14, Garrett White. Wearing number 16, Ryan Russo. Wearing number 19, Bennett Cullinan. Wearing number 24, Tyler French. Wearing number 30, Ryan Yanez. And wearing number 35, Landon Bronson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your West Prairie Mustangs. He wears number 21, Don Badia. He wears number 2, Tanner Sigler. Wearing number 29, Andrew Racelinger. Wearing number 3, Justin Clay. Wearing number 26, Braden Fritz. Wearing number 8, Braden McKeever. Wearing number 10, Mason Sano. Wearing number 14, Matthew Simendinger. Wearing number 11, Micah Weaver. Wearing number 18, Dalton Young. And wearing number 33, Caleb Sigler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps to honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
And we are back. We do apologize to everyone watching at home on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel, but because of copyright infringement laws from YouTube.com, we are unable to stream any pre-recorded versions of the national anthem. That is not a West Prairie rule, ladies and gentlemen. That is a YouTube.com rule. You heard the starting lineups from me, and I forgot the rosters. I'll be right back. You want to hear a real treat tomorrow. If you want to come over to the West Prairie Field Hockey game tomorrow, guess who's going to be singing the national anthem? Yours truly. Requested by the field hockey team. So that'll be tomorrow night. Here at Mustang Stadium, West Prairie Field Hockey will be playing Shippensburg tomorrow. That's always a very exciting time when West Prairie and Shippensburg gets together. And we are underway here at Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs are looking to do something that they didn't do last time against the Polar Bears, and that was to score. In fact, West Prairie has been struggling a little bit in getting some offense going. They scored 6 goals in the first 2 games, first 3 games of the year. But ever since then, they have only mounted to 1 goal. That was against Shippensburg in their last game at Shippensburg. As we are underway here at Mustang Stadium. Northern in the white, West Prairie in the green. And you probably noticed already, there is a big black pole on your screen. That is not ours. That is actually the camera for the Northern Polar Bears. And for some reason, they have to have it over here. Probably because there's no electrical outlets, which I never heard of on the other side of the field. So I know that might be a little bit of a distraction, but that is for the Northern Polar Bears. They're not streaming it. They're using it for film. Just getting started here at Mustang Stadium, and the Polar Bears are starting to roll here early on. And that clearance, looking for Michael Weaver right there, and it gets blocked. Not a bad day here at Mustang Stadium weather-wise. Game time temperature at 69 degrees here at game time. That's how you know that fall truly is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And through a ball, and this will go into the hands of Andrew Riesinger, the West Prairie goalkeeper, senior goalkeeper for the Mustangs. This ball taken. Tanner Wells running with it. And Michael Weaver trying to hang on to possession. He passes around, and this will get away from Don Badia. This is what the Polar Bears do, ladies and gentlemen. They try to score early and often. I mean, normally it's not very often, but they usually score very early within the first 10 minutes of the game even. And throw-in coming up. We thought it was going to be West Prairie throw-in, but instead it's the Polar Bears. And if you're still buzzing about last Friday night's football game, we have a lot to talk about there. During the halftime report, lots to talk about today. And this is a good looking run, and shot just goes wide. We have a few Polar Bears up here, even some Northern fans on the other side of the stadium here. That's rare if we see any fans around the other bleachers for a soccer game. That's normal for football, but there are some fans who probably want to keep very distant right now. Throw in here for the Mustangs. Good attempt here. And that ball gets carried out. This is Braden Fritz. A pass attempt for Weaver gets out of reach. And over here now is Ryan Musso. The Mustangs doing fairly well as they have been all season in terms of defense. Offensively, the Mustangs have been struggling, especially time of possessions. Fortunately for the Mustangs, in their last game against Shippensburg, that game did not go in overtime. The 2 games prior to that did go to overtime, and each of them resulted in a 1-0 win for the other team. The first one was at Bermudian Springs, and then the last time that the Mustangs were at home, it was a tough 1-0 overtime loss for the Mustangs here at Mustang Stadium against the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. Free kick here for the Polar Bears. And this is going to go to Andrew Riesinger. Good awareness there. The Mustangs looking to hurry it up here early on, and a long through ball attempt. It's going to get trouble here. And a goalkeeper body, almost shoulder tackles right into. That was Mason Sano. And Sano is. And the clock actually stops here. I think we're about to get a yellow card. For some reason, the clock stops here at 3:41. I didn't see any card. If there was, it would have to have been against the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is Sam Kessinger. But a free kick right at the 7-yard line. Really good spot here, and stays low. And that will go out for a Northland throw-in. Was there a yellow card right there? Is that why they stopped the clock, Nick? I don't know either, because usually when they stop the clock, there's a card, but I didn't see one. Yeah, I saw this, but I didn't see any card issued. Normally that's the case. Yeah. I mean, it could have been a card, but I just didn't see any rise up. Still a throw in here for the Mustangs here in the Mason Sano. Normally we see Mason Sano down on the lower side of the field here. But he's deciding to switch it up here. This could be a good counter-attacking possibility here. And that ball taken away. Braden Fritz clearing that ball out. And this looks possible, and the shot gets blocked and goes in front of the net, not in it. And that's shot by Caleb Sigurd, knocking that ball free. They're trying to get the ball away. Slide tackle, and this will roll out. West Perry throwing. Now this is Noah Hayes, who just came in for the Polar Bears. And nice block there for Don Medea. Medea fighting Mason Sano. Sano going up to meet. Actually, there is Sano, actually. Misread the number 13. That's Wyatt Miller, who just came in for the Mustangs. Good pass around for the Mustangs. Mason Sam pushing it back to Don Padilla. Padilla possibly looking for a through ball, looking for number 18. That's Dalton Yon. As we are very quickly approaching the 10-minute mark here. Felt like a long 10 minutes, probably because there was a stoppage. A really odd stoppage, really. And Michael Weaver almost getting free right there. This pass intercepted by Don Padilla. Northern has definitely been better on possession so far in the first 10 minutes. But the Mustangs have been doing well and getting some opportunities potentially. Still no shots yet for the Mustangs. And it will be Northern ball. Good looking ball there for Andrew Bream. And goes out of bounds. West Prairie goal kick. Definitely seeing some sweatshirts and sweaters out here on the bleachers. That's a nice breeze is starting to roll in here. That's how you know fall is coming. Fall equinox is this Friday. Andrew Rissinger with the goal kick. And Rissinger going up to hang on here. The Mustangs only have one win so far in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. That was here at home against Boiling Springs. That was a 1-0 game where Michael Weaver had the game winner in the final 10 minutes of the game. And for the Polar Bears, they only have one loss so far in the division. That was in their last game this past Thursday on the road at Greencastle Antrim. And the Polar Bears are looking to do something that they haven't done in a while. The Polar Bears are looking for a sweep against the Mustangs as division rivals. The last time that happened was in 2020. The Mustangs, as Mid-Penn Colonial Division opponents, has never swept the Polar Bears in the division series. They're not going to this year after the loss a couple weeks from this past Saturday on September 2nd. The Mustangs lost 3-0 at Dillsburg. I mean, one thing that's nice about the Mustangs facing Northern twice early in the season is that you don't have to worry about facing them again for the rest of the year. So it's nice to get one of those top-tier teams like Northern is the defending Mid-Penn Colonial Division champions from a year ago. And so with West Prairie getting this team out of schedule early, could be a good momentum booster if West Prairie can find a way to get a win here. West Prairie hasn't even faced Big Spring yet, and that's West Prairie's next opponent. West Prairie's next game will be on Wednesday, when they go to Newville to take on Big Spring. Yeah, I just don't understand how that works. Like normally one half of the season you face all the teams in the division, then the second half you face them all again. But here we're only in the first half of the season. And the Mustangs and Polar Bears already facing each other for the second time. Man, West Prairie still hasn't faced most of the teams yet. Coming up in 6 minutes, we'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. And we might have a breaking news announcement later in this broadcast because tonight, as of right now, there is a school board meeting going on up at the high school auditorium, And the school board has a big decision to make tonight regarding a possible new program within the West Prairie Athletic Department, as West Prairie is looking to approve a girls wrestling varsity team. We could have that girls varsity team by the end of tonight. We're going to get some updates from that school board meeting. Ryan Anderson, of course, our athletic director, is up there. And that looked like a pretty threatening position there for the Polar Bears, but it got cleared out by Michael Weaver. Thought here for the Mustangs goes out for an orphan throw-in. Seeing a couple of comments here from some of our viewers here on the live chat here. I see Dolores is saying you're breaking up a little. She said that 7:33, and then Dolores saying about 9 minutes later, sounds a lot better. Thanks. I didn't realize that we were having difficulties with our audio, but it's good that we're working now. So, all right. I mean, it might have just been me too, so I don't know, but it sounds good. Not a bad header there for Northern. That was Andrew Bream, and it goes right to Andrew Rasinger. Dolores are probably our biggest supporter, our biggest viewer, if you will. Always tuning in. Thank you, Dolores, for being a loyal fan for West Prairie Mustangs, as well as West Prairie Broadcasting, tuning in to pretty much every single game that we broadcast. And that pass got intercepted by Garrett White. And that was Dalton Yawn looking for a back pass perhaps to Mason Sano. But really a comfortable night here. Right now the temperature is at 68 degrees. It is expected to get a little cooler as the night goes on. Thanks to our friends on the ABC 27 Weather Center. And hop kick gets cleared out for a Northern throw and inside the end zone here. Go up in 2 minutes, we'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. And in 22 minutes, we'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. We'll talk more about that in just a couple of minutes. A long shot. Not a bad idea for Mike Gante for the Polar Bears, but it goes way wide for a West Prairie goal kick. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? Have you ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. Here's Mason Sano now, and he quickly gets cleared out. Justin Craig off the middle. Good pass right here. This is Garrett White. Here is Garrett White again. Pass it down to Tyler French. A long through ball just out of reach of number 16. That's Ryan Musso. as we almost get to the halfway point of the first half. A couple of substitutions coming in for the Polar Bears. Goal kick here. And, Risinger side kicked that one. I think he took his eye off the ball there for a second and went off the side of his foot and easily going out of bounds for a Northern throw-in. A rare mistake there for Andrew Risinger. Step back here at Justin Clegg. And finding somebody. That was Dalton Yawn. Here's Mason Sano. Sano unable to hang on. Ball almost intercepted and now taken away by Don Badilla. Badilla is going to look for Sano, and Sano was off to the races and easily intercepted by Owen Schumacher, who just came in for the Polar Bears. Here is Schumacher. Down the field here to Tyler French. And goes out of bounds. Northern throwing. Northern has definitely been doing well in possession, but the Mustangs almost as good. The Mustangs are looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. That is very rare for West Prairie boys soccer. They didn't even have a 3-game losing streak at all last year. It probably has been a while, actually, since West Prairie boys soccer has had a 3-game losing streak. And they're looking to snap it right here against a tough Northern team. West Prairie girls soccer is at Northern tonight. West Prairie girls soccer looking for a big bounce back, because the last time West Prairie girls soccer faced Northern, it was here at Mustang Stadium, and the Lady Polar Bears cruised against the Lady Mustangs by a score 11-0. So West Prairie girls soccer looking for big redemption on themselves, but they have to do it on the road tonight at Dillsburg. This is looking good, and good takeaway. Caleb Sigler trying to come up with it. Or excuse me, that's Tanner Sigler. And tackle, and that will be a free kick. Or is it a goal kick? Either way, it's West Prairie ball. And it's going to be a free kick for the Mustangs. Earlier today, West Prairie Junior Varsity football was here at home against Trinity. And the West Prairie football program getting a sweep against Trinity. West Prairie Varsity football in a thriller this past Friday night at Trinity. We'll talk more about that on the West Prairie Athletic Park halftime report. And West Prairie Junior Varsity football getting the win here at home earlier today by a score of 25-14. Trinity tried to come back in the fourth quarter, getting one touchdown in a final couple minutes. And a free kick here. Speaking of the halftime report, here's our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. We forgot to do that a couple minutes ago. So here's today's trivia question. How many wins all time does West Prairie boys soccer have in the District 3 playoffs? How many District 3 playoff games have the West Prairie boys soccer team won? We'll have that answer for you coming up on the halftime report. Mustangs are doing a little better in possessing here. And Don trying to pass it back, and instead it's easily intercepted. This was a problem for West Prairie at Shippensburg this past Thursday in their last game. When West Prairie had the ball and they tossed it back, and they got intercepted just like what just happened here. And Shippensburg took advantage of it and scored a game-winning goal in the second half. Substitutions coming in now for both teams. Northern with a throw-in. On here for Garrett White. He was looking for somebody who just came in. That is Ryan Yanez, who just came back in. Throwing once again. And West Prairie fans are saying that's West Prairie ball, and the referees hear the roars from some West Prairie fans. It is a West Prairie throwing. Kind of reminds me of the end of the football game this past Friday. Again, we'll definitely talk about that on the West Prairie Athletic halftime report. That thrilling football game this past Friday for West Prairie against Trinity at Cobo Field this past Friday night. It feels like it was so long ago, but it was only 3 days ago. And we're still buzzing about it. And good idea there. And this will go out for the first corner of the game. It goes out with less than 15 minutes to go. We have our first corner of the game as for the Polar Bears. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for a very even Mid-Penn Division matchup. Will this change here? A header there, and it'll be a goal kick. Good effort for Colton Swope. Colton Swope up there for the Polar Bears. And goes way wide. West Prairie goal kick. Riesinger going right down the middle this time. And once again, it's the Polar Bears coming up with it. Here's White. I go over here to number 13. That's Schumacher. West Prairie still looking for their first shot of the game. As pretty much it's been all Northern. West Prairie had a couple opportunities, but I say, yeah, no shots. And a nice takeaway here. Matthew Simendinger with that big takeaway. And Mason Sound going after it. Clear away by Evan Musso. You got Evan and you got Ryan Musso out there for the Polar Bears. Under the lights here at Mustang Stadium, really does feel like fall here tonight. Another busy week for West Prairie Athletics. 3 games in 3 days for West Prairie Broadcasting. As West Prairie field hockey will be here tomorrow night at Mustang Stadium, taking on the Shippensburg Greyhounds. And then we'll have West Prairie Girls Soccer here at home on Wednesday night, taking on the Big Spring Bulldogs. And a shot, and a pretty good shot there, but it goes way wide. Garrett White with that strong header. A little bit too strong. Yeah, I think with all this possession time for the Polar Bears, that goal is coming. And for a third consecutive home game on this is only home game number 3 for West Prairie Boys Soccer. And each of the first 2 games at home for the Mustangs resulted in a 1-goal game. 1-0, in fact. And this looks like it could be another one of those games where 1 goal could be enough to win it. Just like what we saw in the first 2 games. West Prairie 1-1 at home, a 1-0 win in the home opener against Boiling Springs, and then their last home game last week was a 1-0 overtime loss for the Mustangs against Greencastle Antrim. That was a thrilling game, just not the outcome that West Prairie fans wanted on their home turf. Last year, for both of these teams. The away team won both games. West Prairie winning at Northern, and then the Polar Bears winning at home here. Long cross. The Polar Bears won at home a couple of weeks ago. Throwing here for the Mustangs. Substitutions coming in here for the Mustangs. That's why we have a little bit of a delay right now. Long throw and easily intercepted by the Polar Bears. You never, ever want to give possession away on a throw-in like that. If you can't find one target, look for another. And that's pretty much what Wyatt Miller just did there on that throw-in. And now the Polar Bears are looking to make the Mustangs pay for it. Wyatt Miller clearing it out. Mustangs just can't get anything going offensively. In the game at Shippensburg this past Thursday, the game was scoreless heading into halftime. That is 3 consecutive games for the Mustangs where the game was scoreless at halftime. And looks like this is going to be a corner for the Polar Bears. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Waiting on who is going to deliver the corner. Corner being played in. And a header and still up for grabs. Another header and back and easy save. Not a strong header that time for White. And it's going to be easy for Andrew Riesinger, even though that shot was right in front of the net. Not even 2 yards away. I can't look for Wyatt Miller. It gets past Connor Engel. Polar Bears have been very dominant on possession time. That ball almost getting away, and Dalton Young was looking for it. The Northern defenders have been having a hard time hanging on to possession, but they've been able to find a man downfield, and this will be a West Prairie goal kick. Substitution coming in for the Polar Bears. I think I'm going to have to start bringing a jacket or something because I'm starting to get a little cold up here in the press box. Nice breeze rolling right in. And that ball not kept in by the Polar Bears. West Prairie will throw it. See if they can do something inside the 38-yard line. And here is Normandia. Passing it back to Justin Clegg. Seeing the Mustangs can get something going here. A long ball looking for Michael Wee for a good defensive stop for Owen Schumacher. Less than 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Still looking for a first goal of the game. The Mustangs still looking for their first shot of the game. Here's Tanner Sigler. Flying down Medea down the middle. Medea passes it to Wyatt Miller. Miller having trouble with it. And a tackle, a push, and it'll be Mustang ball. Foul called on Connor Engel. Free kick coming up for the Mustangs. As we approach 6 minutes left to go. That camera down the track, that's Northern's film camera, and that camera's got to be not very tired, but just looking at one field for most of the one side of the field for most of the first half. Dalmadia and gonna trip up Sean D'Alessio. Sean D'Alessio out there for the Polar Bears who just came in. Here is D'Alessio. Back here to White. White has been good so far for the Polar Bears. Looking for a pass, a quick run through. And a free kick here for Northern in a really good spot inside the 15-yard line. Make it right at the 15-yard line. This could be a very good shot here for the Polar Bears to take the lead into halftime. It's gone with less than 5 minutes to go. Here comes a shot and blocked by the wall. Garrett White had the shot. Goes right into the Mustang wall. Goes up for Aiden Lufer. Aiden Lufer looking for possession, and Lufer gets tripped up. No foul. This ball going past everyone, and Raciner able to get away from White. Raciner very quickly finding Justin Craig on a roll. And Michael Weaver trying to get the ball away. And that's pretty much the first touch. It doesn't get cleared up by much. This could be trouble for the Mustangs as Michael Weaver finally had some excitement there as the goalkeeper, Sam Kessinger, tried to clear it out, and he just missed, read the boot, his own boot, and didn't get past by much. Good defensive stop, however, for the Polar Bears. That was Tanner Wells on the cover, potentially saving a goal. Yeah, we can see the Northern goalkeeper, junior Sam Kessinger, shaking his head, and I was like, oh man, I almost blew it right there. I pretty much try to kick it out, and instead I kick it right back to Michael Weaver. That would turn some heads if Michael Weaver was able to finish. But once again, great defensive stuff for Tanner Wells. Here's Michael Weaver. Weaver being defended by Schumacher. A long through ball, and it's going to go to Kessinger. See how Kessinger kicks it this time. And almost like that almost looked like a rugby kick, really, because the ball hit the ground first, and then he kicks it off. Coming up on the West Bay Athletic Park halftime report, a long shot there. And right to Andrew Reisinger. Coming up on the West Bay Athletic Park halftime report, still buzzing about West Bay football this past Friday night at Cobo Field against Trinity. We'll talk about that in a minute. Also, our West Bay Athletic Park trivia question of the game, or answer to it, we should say. And what we have coming up later this week, and a scoring summary if we have one. All of that and more coming up on the West Bay Athletic Department halftime report. "90 seconds to go here in the first half. We have one weird stoppage in the first 10 minutes of the game, and no whistle was blown. So I think that's what West Bay was looking for. Actually, what Northern was looking for. And free kick here for the Polar Bears. For what? I don't know. And it comes with 1 minute to go in the half. Northern York fans up here expecting Garrett White to score a goal. Don't have any stats. And West Prairie throwing. And Michael Weaver able to clear that ball out. Michael Weaver is one of those players that goes up and down the field on both sides. And that ball almost taken away by Weaver. Final 15 seconds. The Northern Polar Bears looking for a goal and send in. And a high shot goes through the uprights. Field goal is good, but no points. And that will end the first half. No goals for both teams. The Polar Bears dominated on possession. And we are scoreless for the fourth consecutive game for the West Prairie Mustangs. The game is scoreless at halftime. We'll be right back in less than 2 minutes for the West Prairie Flag Park halftime report. Don't go anywhere. We might have breaking news in the next 2 minutes. We are back here for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, no goals in the first half. For the first 40 minutes, we are once again scoreless. That is the fourth consecutive game for the West Prairie Mustangs scoreless at the half. And that is your very quick scoring summary right there. It's also the third home game for West Prairie being scoreless. 3 home games, 3 scoreless first halves. So a little bit of a trend right here for West Prairie Boys Soccer. Can one of these teams find a game winner in the next 40 minutes? We'll find out as soon as the second half starts in 7 minutes. Well, right now I'm very happy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, I'm not recording a game. I can care less who wins tonight, even though it's a division game. The Steelers facing Cleveland, and looked like Deshaun Watson threw an interception for a touchdown, so that makes me very happy, especially as a fantasy football owner. I have Pittsburgh's defense starting for me tonight, so I'm very happy about that. Looks like they're going to give me a win, but I'll start 2-0 in fantasy football. Yay, I'll be very happy about that. But still playing game time over at Aquashore Stadium. Still Heinz Field for me, but it's now Aquashore Stadium. So Pittsburgh's leading 7-0 early in the first quarter. So that's enough for football. For professional football, but man, what about this past Friday night? West Prairie football at Trinity at Cobo Field. What an instant classic we had this past Friday night at Cobo Field. West Prairie football 4-0 for only the 8th time in program history. It's also the 4th time in the last 6 years West Prairie football starting at 4-0. That was the first big test for West Prairie football, the Mid-Penn Capital Division opener, and what a night it was. I mean, especially towards the end. Oh my goodness, if you watched that game live on Facebook, like I was broadcasting that game on my professional Facebook page, and boy, you watched an instant classic for West Prairie football on the road at Trinity this past Friday night. Trinity was down by 3 in their final drive of the game, and they had the ball at the 1-yard line on 3rd and goal. They had 2 opportunities, and they went with their star running back Messiah Mickens to go for a touchdown from the 1-yard line, but the West Prairie rushing defense with the goal line stance came up big. And so for Trinity, this was the bigger surprise. For Trinity, they were only down by 3, so they could have tied it up with an easy field goal, but instead Trinity decided to go for it on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, and they decided to throw the ball with their quarterback Caleb Ray, and that was a big surprise, really. It could have been a quarterback sneak even, but they decided to throw for a touchdown on 4th and goal, and Bryce Smith coming up big, knocking the ball down, and there was a little bit of a scare. The referees almost blew it at the end because they called unsportsmanlike conduct against the Mustangs, but that was after the play was over. But the officials on that game said, no, this is Trinity ball. It's 1st and goal at the 1-inch line. And the referees almost blew it, but then Bob Barney took a timeout. They got together with the officials. Bob Barney, the head coach at West Prairie, boy, was he furious. We could tell from on top of the press box. But the officials got together, and like the rule is, if you go ahead and call unsportsmanlike contact, but if it's after the play is over, then don't give it to the other team. That's what the officials were about to do. They were about to give the ball back to the Shamrocks with like 3 seconds left in the game for the 1-inch line. If that was stood, then the quarterback could have just taken the ball and just reach over for a touchdown. But nope, the officials got together, saved the day. It was Bob Bowden. He might have been the best coach of the week this past Friday night in the Mid-Penn Conference. And boy, what a game. But West Prairie football getting the big win, 19-16 this Friday to go to 4-0. It's amazing where, like, this week is already the halfway point of the regular season of Pennsylvania football. So West Prairie football at 4-0. They'll be back on the road again this Friday night when they go down to Mercersburg, an hour and 30-minute trip from here. That's a little bit of a trip, and a non-conference matchup against James Buchanan. West Prairie football, and you can catch that game. Still have to wait word on from the athletic director at James Buchanan, but it looks like we're going to be streaming this game, West Prairie football at James Buchanan, on Facebook, facebook.com/WP Golden Pipes. There is the site right there in the bottom left corner of your screen. That's where you can watch West Prairie football along with all their away games this regular season. West Prairie only having they were at Newport, they were at Trinity. They had 3 away games left this year, so you can catch all the away games during the regular season right there on Facebook. Also, some big news for West Prairie Field Hockey this past week. West Prairie Field Hockey getting a 10-0 win on the road at Waynesboro this past Thursday night. But besides the score, West Prairie is still undefeated. I think they're 7-0 now, so it's 7 or 8-0, something like that. It's really impressive start for West Prairie Field Hockey. But in that 10-0 game win for West Prairie Field Hockey at Waynesboro, Molly Zimmerman, the senior who's going to be a Villanova Wildcat, became the 4th field hockey player in West Prairie history to clinch 100 career points, and Molly Zimmerman did that with a goal this past Thursday at Waynesboro. Huge congratulations to Molly Zimmerman, and we will see Molly Zimmerman and the rest of the West Prairie Field Hockey Mustangs tomorrow night on our next broadcast when they return home right here at Mustang Stadium to take on the Shippensburg Greyhounds. That game will start at 7:15 tomorrow night here at Mustang Stadium. That ought to be a really good game for West Prairie Field Hockey against Shippensburg. Then on Wednesday, we'll have West Prairie Girls Soccer back here at home when West Prairie Girls Soccer hosts the Big Spring Lady Bulldogs. And that will wrap up our... actually, we still have our question yet. How many playoff games has West Prairie Boys Soccer won in program history? The answer is 5. The first one was in 1971 against James Buchanan. Then in 2006, they beat Donegal. In 2010, they beat Kutztown. In 2011, they beat Trinity. And then their last time they won a playoff game for the West Prairie Mustangs was back in 2014 when they beat Bishop McDevitt in the quarterfinal matchup. So that will be our answer. And we're going to get things rolling here. We'll be back in a couple seconds to catch our breath and get set for the second half. Still scoreless here at West Prairie High School. And we are back. West Prairie Boys Soccer against the Northern Polar Bears. A little bit of a chilly night now. The temperature right now is at 66 degrees. So it's starting to get a little colder here at Mustang Stadium. We started at 70, now we're at 66. So the temperature is starting to drop, and temperatures later tonight expected to be in the low 50s tonight. So air conditioners might not be needed tonight. Or maybe for the rest of the week even, because the autumn equinox is this Friday. Mustangs looking for a big start here. Alright, that's always big for the Mustangs. And really for any soccer team, when you're scoreless at the half, you come up with a game plan during halftime, and you just find a way to get it going. There was a long through ball, and taken by Andrew Riesinger. Riesinger going up high, and Don Badia. Starting to see a couple blankets up here at the bleachers right now. It is starting to get a little chilly here at West Prairie High School. Before you know it, we'll be snowed in and hopefully along a fire or something, like a stove or something, drinking hot chocolate, and yeah, get ready this soon. That's coming. And how dare I say the S word, snow. We see our West Prairie Athletic Director here. I guess the school board meeting is over, so we're hoping to get some breaking news in a couple minutes as soon as Ryan Anderson comes up here, our awesome AD. Free kick here for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears looking for something here. And this ball cleared out by Sano. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for what so far has been a really good game in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Prairie versus Northern. And West Prairie still looking for their first shot of the game. They had a couple of opportunities in the first half, especially in the final 5 minutes. But still, the Polar Bears dominating here on possession, and a dangerous tackle there. And cleared out. Here's White. And White, before White got the shot, it gets kicked away. Here's Don Medea. Medea, big speedster. Mason Stano wasn't ready for that pass, but Stano still trying to get the ball away from Tanner Wells. Tanner Wells had a big stop in the final 5 minutes after Michael Weaver almost had a great opportunity to score. Free kick here from the 25-yard line. A really good spot, and that ball not up that high. An opportunity, shot gets blocked. And here's Tanner Sigler. Sigler got to clear the ball out. And nice job for Evan Musso keeping the ball in. Having some difficulties here, getting a little too far in. Great defensive stop. Tanner Sigler all over Mike Gunte. And it'll be a goal kick. Great stop for Tanner Sigler, really. 6 minutes into the second half, still scoreless. And once again, this is going to be one of those games where one goal could be enough to win it. Earlier, back on September 2nd, the Polar Bears beat the Mustangs on their home field. That was a 3-0 final. Back on September 2nd for the Polar Bears against the Mustangs. This is what makes West Prairie a tough team. I mean, don't be fooled by their 2-4 record. West Prairie Soccer has fantastic defense. They just can't get anything going offensively, and it's still the same here. Clearance intercepted by Justin Clegg. Clegg finding Mason Sano. Sano and Don Medea waving his arm saying, "Hey, I'm wide open. Give it to me." I was still on sides, but nothing there. And cleared out. Don Medea once again, or excuse me, that was Caleb Sigler. Sigler looking for Michael Weaver. And taken away by the Polar Bears. A long ball rolls out. And West Prairie throwing. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. Now clearance taken away by Don Medea. Medea going down the middle looking for Michael Weaver. That was good defense stop there for Austin Horn. Right now, both teams can't get anything going offensively, and it shows. The scoreless game here. 7 minutes into this second half. Not a big crowd, not a bad crowd here at Mustang Stadium. A lot of West Prairie fans embracing the cold, and Northern fans making the trip here. It's really not that far of a trip. I mean, it's like, 15 minutes from Carlisle? Dillsburg, so, yeah. It's always fun when these two programs get together, really in any sport. Throwing here for the Mustangs. Damadia and a foul called. Foul called on Noah Hayes. And a free kick here for the Mustangs. And that ball almost got past everybody. Mason Salem going after it. And now cleared out by Andrew Bream. Wait, no, that's not Andrew Bream. That's that's Bennett Culliman for the Polar Bears. Yeah, this looks like a good opportunity here, and a shot gets blocked by Caleb Sigler. Still in trouble, but Riesinger able to hang on. Now a bad shot there for Garrett White. White has been trying to get that big shot off, but most of the time it's been getting blocked.
Let's go, Northern! Let's go! Get something going!
We have a real passionate Northern fan up here in the bleachers. These Northern fans starting to get a little anxious, looking for that one goal that could decide this outcome. 30 minutes to go, 10 minutes into the second half. And we are still scoreless. Before this game, West Prairie Boys Soccer and Junior Varsity got shut out by the Northern Polar Bears. Northern and Junior Varsity game beat the Mustangs by 4-0. Really, that's been a busy day here for West Prairie Athletics here at Mustang Stadium. It all started with a junior varsity football game here at Mustang Stadium around 3 o'clock this afternoon when West Prairie football completed the sweep, junior varsity sweep against the Trinity Shamrocks. West Prairie football in junior varsity getting a 25-14 win against the Shamrocks here at Mustang Stadium. So not nearly as exciting as the varsity game was, but still a good win for West Prairie football against Trinity. Then, like we just said, junior varsity soccer, the Polar Bears beating the Mustangs 4-0 in that one. But right now, scoreless. I'm going to clear the ball out. It's Mason Sano, or excuse me, Justin Clegg. And now cleared out by Terrence Sigler. It goes past everybody. And Damadia hurrying here. A quick run, and oh my goodness, Mason Sano just missed it. Able to hang on for dear life was Jacob Spar. Man, Mason Sano was off to the races trying to block that pass. If he would have done that, he might have had a breakaway for a goal. Over here now to Landon Bronson. Bronson, a midfielder. And now could be opportunity here. And a shot gets blocked. And taken right back by White. White's got to take a shot. Still deflected. A high shot. It's got to be taken by Riesinger. Andrew Bream had a really good opportunity right there with nobody in front except for Andrew Riesinger. And Riesinger was able to get the ball. Now long through ball. This is a beautiful through ball here for the Polar Bears. Fending off one defender, then two defenders, and then cleared out. Northern's trying to get wide open. They almost did a couple of times in the last few seconds. And yeah, I think that Mason Santa might be a little bit tired after sprinting for his life just a couple of minutes ago. One thing that West Prairie definitely does not want to do, they don't want to see overtime here again. And here's a long shot, it'll just go wide. That was the best shot of the game for both of these teams.
Keep it up. Let's go.
Northern definitely keeping up the pressure.
Let's go, Northern! Let's go, Northern! You got it! Let's go, Northern!
Northern fans making some huge noise, trying to treat this like this is a home game. And right now, they're louder than any of the West Prairie fans here. And I think West Prairie fans are now fired up to make some noise. I mean, still 25 minutes to go here, but they're now starting to make some noise up here in the stands. And once again, West Prairie is still looking for their first shot of the game. It's pretty much been all Northern, but the West Prairie defense coming up big. And like I said earlier, don't be fooled by West Prairie's 2-4 record. I mean, this West Prairie defense is fantastic. Like they are a very tough team to score on. And if you want to get a goal, you better do it good. Because they're just not going to give you easy opportunities. I hope I'm not giving the commentator's curse on that. But the Polar Bears still threatening here. A high cross, and this will just miss the goal post. And it'll be a West Prairie goal kick. Few substitutions coming in now for both teams. And nice job for that's number 21. That's Don Medea. Don Medea being double teamed and guard right through the defense. He gets taken down, but no foul. Jerry Lively, the head coach for West Prairie, is looking for a foul, and Mustangs are not going to get one. Riesinger trying to find Mason Sano, cleared away by the Polar Bears. Starting to get a little excitement here as we're almost halfway through the second half. Still scoreless. All right, this is only the third home game for West Prairie boys soccer this season, and both of the first two games have been fantastic. It's got to be one of those seasons where West Prairie really has to fight hard to get a win. They started out 2-0, and then they lost three straight. I remember talking to Jerry Whibley a couple weeks ago after a home opener against Bowling Springs, and Jerry Whibley told me that West Prairie boys soccer has a really good chance to be 6-1 through the first 7 games. But now here is game number 7 for the Mustangs. And it's a 2-4 record. Like West Prairie has some opponents that they could easily beat, but the other problem was the offense. The offense can't get anything going. The defense, on the other hand, has been fantastic. But the offense really needs to work hard. Like Northern is one of those better teams that West Prairie is going to face this season. And this ball gets cleared out for Northern throwing. Polar Bears might be looking for a strong throw-in coming up. I don't know about anyone else, but did you see on a Sports Center Top 10 yesterday, there was a soccer game at Drake University for girls soccer, and the Drake University girls soccer team had a throw-in pretty much at the same spot here, but like a somersault kind of flip, and it didn't get touched by anybody. And went into the net. A goal on a throw-in. On acrobatic throw-in for Drake University. That was the number 1 play on the Sports Series top 10 yesterday. It was incredible. Here's Tanner Sager. Sager had to get rid of it, and it was last touched by Jacob Spar. And it will be a West Prairie goal kick. 19 minutes into the second half. 21 minutes to go. A very exciting game. A totally different game for the Mustangs against the Polar Bears from last time. That was just over 2 weeks ago. And this ball cleared out for a throw-in. Or no, it actually results in a corner. Corner coming up here for the Polar Bears. West Prairie doesn't have any corners so far in this game, let alone any shots. Norman has been good on the corners so far, had a couple opportunities, but the headers just go wide. See if they capitalize on it here. Goes past everyone, cleared out by the Mustangs. A long shot by White gets blocked. And Domadia unable to hang on. Cleared out by Bronson. Good takeaway there. And cleared out. Over halfway now through the second half. And we have a good one. Scoreless here. 19:40 to go. Excuse me, 19:30 to go. And a push. Free kick Mustangs. Deep free kick. Domadia not going up to it. And this will go out for a Northern throw-in again. The storyline of today's game, the Polar Bears have been dominant on possession, but still no goals. Possession time, fantastic for the Polar Bears. Defense, fantastic for the Mustangs. And this will be another Polar Bear corner. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We have a good one here at Mustang Stadium. Scoreless halfway through the second half. One goal could be enough to win it here. Corner kick played in, right in front of the net, a shot by White, it goes wide. Over the net, through the uprights, field goal is good, but no points. That might have been the best chance for the Polar Bears. They're going to go right through the field of players. And now Wyatt Miller back in for the Mustangs, coming in as a defender. Riesinger hasn't really had to do a whole lot despite a dominant possession time for the Polar Bears. And neither has the goalkeeper for Northern, Sam Kessinger. Shot and goal! A beautiful cross. Let's see who scored it. Hey, I can see who it is. I can't see the number, and there's our answer. Mike Gante. Mike Gante with the goal, and the Polar Bears strike first. We knew it had a big coming. But Mike Gante, listed as a defender, turns up to be a forward. And he gets the go-ahead goal with 17 minutes to go. I did say it earlier. I mean, here's a free kick here for the Polar Bears, close to midfield. But I did say it earlier, West Perry is just not going to give you easy shots. If you want to get a goal, you really have to earn it. And that's exactly what Northern just did there. A beautiful cross right in front of the net. And it goes in for Mike Gante, wearing number 23. The Polar Bears are looking to do something that they haven't done in a while against the Mustangs, and that's to sweep West Perry. The last time the Polar Bears beat the Mustangs twice in a single season was back in 2020. Throwing here for the Polar Bears. Maybe. I don't know. There's a long ball and all by himself. Was Northern, and a good shot taken by Andrew Riesinger. Andrew Riesinger right there with a good save. That could easily have been 2-0. The Polar Bears had a better shot. Mustangs looking to tie this game now, but they still are looking for a shot. That last shot was good for Ryan Musso. And this will go out for Northern throw-in. Polar Bear fans very excited right now here at Mustang Stadium. One goal for Mike Gante with the one goal. And a long ball blocked by Justin Clegg from his back. Don Badia on his horse. And oh my goodness, great dribbling skills right there for Musso. Cross and mistiming the shot, and a long shot's going to go way wide. The Mustangs still have the opportunity, but they're still looking for their first shot. The Polar Bears have been fantastic possession-wise. We're here now is Owen Schumacher. And a long through ball taken by Riesinger. Each of the last 4 games for the Mustangs have been 1-goal games. And the Mustangs will really be hurting their feet if they can't get a tying goal. They've only scored 1 goal in the last 4 games. That one goal was against Shippensburg in their last game. And a long shot by White. Goes through the uprights. Goal kick. All West Perry really needs to do is find that one good through ball. They almost had an opportunity when the kick went wild for the Northern goalkeeper Kissinger. And it went to Michael Weaver, but good stop from Tanner Wells. Made the stop on Michael Weaver. That could have been the first goal for the Mustangs. Throw in here for West Perry, close to the 20-yard line. 30-yard line. Quick throw in. All right, this is definitely a better game for the Mustangs against the Polar Bears from last time, just a couple of weeks ago at Northern. Home field advantage definitely helps, but right now the Polar Bear fans are making it like it's a home game for them. And nice interception for Justin Clegg. Justin Clegg going down the sideline looking for Mason Sano. Sano cannot hang on. Darren Sigler decided to hang on to it and rolls out. Northern ball. More substitutions coming in. 10 minutes to go here at Mustang Stadium. Mike Gante with the go-ahead goal to give the Polar Bears a 1-0 lead. And there is a big shove. Big shove by Ryan Musso taking down Wyatt Miller. Miller a little shaken up, it looks like. But a free kick for the Mustangs. And long through ball here for Dalton Young. We haven't heard from him in a while. Not even in the first half. Don Medina trying to get away from Josh Habel. Darren Sigler clearing it out. Northern throwing inside the 10-yard line. Good defense here for the Mustangs. Taking it right over the corner. Long cross being played in. And still an opportunity. And Tanner Sigler able to clear it out. Michael Weaver looking for Mason Sano down the sideline. Sano. And this ball go out for a West Perry throw-in. The Mustangs looking to make quick work. They have 8 minutes to go to tie this game up. Here's Mason Sano. And that ball cleared out. West Perry throwing. West Perry's got to look for a long throw-in. Trying to get the ball in front of the net will be Mason Sano. Sano with a big throw-in. And this will be cleared out, headed out. And the Polar Bears now clearing it. Intercepted. Good counter-attacking possibilities for the Polar Bears. Still no shots for the Mustangs, and they have 7 minutes to get one. Northerners are looking for a throw in here, but it gets intercepted anyway. And a big tackle. Wyatt Miller is down, and he's a little slow to get up, but he does get up. Wyatt Miller hanging on to his, looks like to his right arm. He just shakes it off. Wyatt Miller took a shot. Darren Seger kicking it, and it'll be a Northern corner. You would think that a second goal for the Polar Bears could very well end this game for the Mustangs. A corner opportunity coming up. As a short corner and being passed back, a shot, and goes right to Riesinger. Not a bad strategy there for the Polar Bears, but it does not pay off. 5.5 minutes to go. The Mustangs need to go in full gear now to tie this game up and possibly force overtime for a third time in 4 games. And they're trying to get away from Ryan Yanez. Yanez still going with it. And he was looking for a through ball, intercepted and cleared out. The Mustangs just need that one shot that could tie the game up, and they have less than 5 minutes to do it. Coming up in less than 5 minutes, we'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department post-game report, scoring summary, and our West Prairie Athletic Department player of the game, and what we have coming up next on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. All that coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department post-game report. Also, for those who are unfamiliar, there is a rule in PIAA soccer where if the winning team has a substitution in the final 5 minutes of the second half, then the time will stop to put in those substitutions. We've now got 4 minutes to go. Cleared out. Dalmadia unable to come up. Well, West Prairie field hockey here tomorrow night as we welcome in our newest member to the 100 Point Club, Molly Zimmerman, tomorrow, taking on Shippensburg. Another good run here. And a pass back and right through. And goal. Ryan Musso punts this game out of reach as the Polar Bears strike and makes it 2-0. Beautiful cross, short on the ground, and Musso one-on-one against Andrew Riesinger. And the Polar Bears are going to complete a sweep against the Mustangs. In the game against Shippensburg in the last game for West Prairie boys soccer, they did tie it up, but then lost 2-1. And now they need 2 in 3 minutes. And with the way this Polar Bear team has been dominant possession, they might be going for one more. And this ball will roll out. Northland throwing. Less than 3 minutes to go. The Polar Bears are going to extend their winning streak, or get back to a winning streak. They lost last time, stopping a 4-game winning streak against Greencastle Antrim. Here they bounce back against the Mustangs. And a long shot. easy take for Riesinger. Still no word on West Prairie girls soccer. They are at Northern tonight. West Prairie boys soccer with a little bit of an early game on Wednesday. When they go to Big Spring, take on for Northern. Wow. So yeah, we actually do have a final scoring update. And yeah, Northern they won 11-0 against West Prairie here at home, and they almost did just that again tonight. The Lady Polar Bears cruising against the Lady Mustangs and Northern 10-0 tonight. So in 2 games for the Polar Bears against the Mustangs, they have outscored the Mustangs 21-0. Ouch. That's not good. That's a really good Northern team in girls soccer, but man, 21-0 in 2 games. A long shot here for Mason Sano. It wasn't on target, but it still counts as a shot. It comes with the final minute of the game. We'll see West Prairie girls soccer back here at home on Wednesday night when they take on the Lady Bulldogs from Big Spring. Final minute here. Northern might still be looking for one more in the final 35 seconds. And this ball cleared out by Braden McKeever. We haven't mentioned too many of the names for West Prairie here tonight because it's been all Northern. 20 seconds to go of our West Prairie Athletic Park post-game report in about 15 seconds. And that'll roll out for a West Prairie goal kick, and I don't think it really has got him out of that much. I don't see if Aaron Reeser actually decides to go for it, but the time runs out, and the Northern Polar Bears complete the sweep, not just in girls soccer, but now in boys soccer, as the Polar Bears beat the Mustangs 2-0. And we'll be right back in 20 seconds for the West Prairie Athletic Park post-game report. The Polar Bears win here 2-0. We'll be right back in 20 seconds. And we are now back for our West Prairie Athletic Park post-game report. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, 2-0 the final for the Northern York Polar Bears here at Mustang Stadium. It has been all Northern here tonight. West Prairie only with one shot. That was with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the game. Right? Mason Santa with that one shot. Even though it was well off target, it was still a shot. So, at least it wasn't all Northern pretty much, except for the first 78 minutes. But, hey, I mean, Northern is a really good team. Northern getting a sweep against West Prairie boys soccer. Last time it was 3-0, and this time it was 2-0. So 5-0 for Northern against the Mustangs this year. And the good thing is, we don't have to worry about Northern anymore. So that is one positive for West Prairie soccer. Northern, one of the heavy favorites to win the Mid-Penn Colonial Division Championship. West Prairie girls soccer losing at Dillsburg tonight by a score of 10-0. It was 11-0 for Northern here at Mustang Stadium for girls soccer, and now 10-0 at Dillsburg tonight in favor of the Polar Bears. So 21-0 for the Polar Bears against the Mustangs, 5-0 for the boys against West Prairie. And that will pretty much be it for West Prairie soccer against Northern this season. And that's probably a huge sigh of relief for West Prairie fans as well as the two teams. Next time up for both teams. Both teams will be back on the road on Wednesday. The Polar Bears will be at Boiling Springs at 7:30 on Wednesday. The Mustangs for boys soccer will be at the Upper Spring, the Big Spring, at 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon matchup over at Newfield. West Prairie's next game at Big Spring, 4 o'clock. West Prairie now drops to 2-5 overall. They have now lost 4 straight games for the Mustangs. And this one did not result in a 1-0 final, but 2-0 is really not amazing either. So West Prairie now 2-5 overall, 1-4 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. The Polar Bears now improved to 5-2-1 overall, and they are now 4-1 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel will be tomorrow night. We'll have West Prairie Field Hockey back here at home when West Prairie Field Hockey Mustangs, undefeated, taking on the Shippensburg Greyhounds at 7:15 tomorrow night for our next broadcast on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel, right here at Mustang Stadium. Our West Prairie Athletic Department player of the game, it's a tough one, but we got two of them here. The 2 goal scorers for the Polar Bears. First, it was for Mike Gante, who may have won nothing in the second half, and then Ryan Musso in the final 3 minutes, making it 2-0. And those are West Prairie Athletic Department players of the game here at Mustang Stadium. That is going to do for us here on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. On behalf of our athletic director Ryan Ayers, our public address announcer me, and our high school principal Christopher Casian, and our superintendent Jeff Coons, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Boys Soccer against the Northern Polar Bears, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, the Polar Bears win it 2-0. Good night, everybody.